If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Test Chamber Fallout Week 4. How are we all doing? Last week was a bit of a shorter session because a few of us were knackered and, two of us were knackered and one of us had to drive really far. So some of the stuff I may have said may not be completely accurate. I'll have to check in what we said. And if I have to update stuff, I have to update stuff. Obviously, I'm James Corp, and I'm going to be everyone's Games Master today. When I mean everyone, including the people in chat. I'll be your Games Master. We're going to go around the table, get people to introduce themselves and who they're playing. But first of all, don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, to like and subscribe. And if you're watching us on Twitch, don't forget to hit that little follow button. Let's start. Let's start with Darewolf. Darewolf, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and who you play?
Good day, everyone. My name is Darewolf. You can find me at Darewolf Gaming 88 on Twitter and Twitch. I'm a game master myself, run a bunch of actual plays during the week, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And I'm excited to be here to hang out with these awesome people, do some role-playing today. And I'm playing none other than the slightly insane Danny Bradish, alongside his friend Kat, and we are going to see what happens today.
Thank you, Mara.
Mara Mayana. I'm just here having a great time in the Wasteland because I really love it here. Lots of fun. And I'm playing Kat Ruth, descendant of Babe Ruth, and she really likes her baseball bat. Baseball's important.
I just heard rice ball bat. And I was
what?
thinking, what that? Rice ball.
Wait, rice ball.
Yeah, rice ball bat. I don't know what it is.
Rice. What? Anyway, she is not really sure what's going on with Danny and what just happened, but it's making her nervous.
Cool. Al.
Hello, I'm Zombie Al. I'm playing as Greg, old Greg, properly, and just a random player who enjoys playing tabletops and occasional, DMing. And I'm very excited for a full, proper session today to see what's going to happen to us and find out what's up with Danny.
You're gonna die. That's what's gonna happen. And Calendria. Galadriel?
Yeah, I'm Galadriel. I'll be playing
For fuck's sake, I'm never going to get that right.
No, you won't. Don't worry about it, though. I will be playing our friendly local Ghoul salesman that was really hoping for some more free merchandise, but then Danny just stopped shooting because our murder hobo calmed him down. Anyway,
He
calmed him down for now.
He popped out of nowhere, and there was no time before Danny just let rip on everything. You and I, we were going in quietly. We were going to try to discuss, and he went Leroy Jenkins on us.
He did.
Yes.
He did. He definitely went Leroy Jenkins on you.
Nearly literal definition of postal.
Too many boomer memes, guys. Seriously.
So crazy ending for a very short session last week.
What
He's
did happen
moving
last
people.
week?
Oh, well, we investigated the dead body and puked a lot. That was the thing. There was a lot of puking across the board. The body was missing an arm. And then we learned a bunch of stuff from his buddy, and I don't know, guys, fill in the rest. What else?
They went over to talk with one of the neighbors, which alerted us to
That's right.
a couple of well-dressed people with accent that kind of sounded like Danny and Katz to be behind all of it, which we found out were the mafia movie inspired gang that was up in the rafters.
So just to update that as well, they're not the mafia; they are triggermen.
The Triggermen. Who so
And then
myself and old Greg tried to get the stealthy approach and go up there and check things out when Danny disappeared all of a sudden, kicking in the door, taking heads, and
Just like magic.
perfectly good heads. But we found out that yes, they were responsible killing our contact, and
Right, that's what I'm going to
to-
update. That's what I'm going to update. That's going up. I'm going to update you on, and then we'll do it
okay.
in game as
Oh.
well. No, they didn't. No, so they didn't kill him. They went over and roughed him up.
Oh. Okay, different story coming on.
now the violence
like-
seems excessive.
So they just roughed him up. So what since we're kind of going back a step, I'm trying to remember how we did this because we kept one alive, or how many alive?
3 were alive, 2 were
Just three
dead.
alive.
Okay, so we
Two
still
with mi-
had
missing heads.
Yeah, two of the normal blokes were dead, and then there was 3 other normal blokes and the boss. I believe there was
Well
5 in
ventilated
total.
heads.
Well, 6 in total, including the boss.
okay.
He was sitting behind his desk, looking important, until he
Yeah.
had a knife thrown
And-
at his ear.
And the newly unalived members had the Tommy guns, so there were no other visible.
Yeah, they're just assault rifles with extended clips.
Newly unalived. Is that like undead?
But if you rightly
I'm not
remember,
sure how
as
that
we,
works.
as we left off, the Diamond City security had rushed up and into the room that you was in.
Okay.
Remember that?
We heard them. I don't think they came in yet when you called it.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, you can hear heavy footsteps outside. I think was what you heard.
Ooh,
Heavy
is there
boots.
any way we could? Is there any open windows that me and Romero can, and Danny and Cat could just jump out? Or
Yeah, but it's a fool.
oh, it's a fall. All right, yeah, I peek over. It's quite a bit of a drop. What do you guys want to do? Just put our hands up, or
Well, these guys, if they hurt our fella and they know why, I mean, they should be, they got to answer for this.
we got the bad guys. They should be thanking us.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just old Greg will just wait, and I'll just keep an eye on the people.
Maybe
Oh.
old Greg wants to stand behind the door a little bit more.
Stand behind the door. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
maybe-
Mind if I do agility and sneak to do a little hiding?
Certainly.
All righty, let's get back on
Ma-
here.
Maybe just make yourself scarce a little so it's
right.
not so obvious.
All right. So agility is a 7 plus a 3. That's a 10 with a tag skill.
Gonna be difficulty 2.
2.
Oh, okay, all right. Bam.
Nice.
And-
Well done.
That's
So,
a
yeah,
tag
so,
skill.
yeah. You sort of yeah, the door sort of at the back of the room, sort of not in the center at all. It's you know, anyone with OCD is just going crazy at where the doors are lined with the actual the layout of the room. It's sort of like off center, more to the back of the room.
It's okay. I do look
it's
like a
sort of-
pile of garbage.
I mean,
so I'll
the
fit
door.
in well.
So it's like side on, right? So the room is like it's obviously just an oblong shaped room, with the door in the side of the length, the longer part of the wall, right? The long side, yeah. When about 4 security come rushing into the room, right, everyone, drop your weapons. And they've got their little sticks in their hands. No, they've got guns,
I am the
haven't they?
trash man, hiding amongst the garbage.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Oh God.
Danny. Hey. We was just having a conversation. What are y'all doing here?
Why did I pick up this rifle? What the hell's going on in here?
Drop the weapons,
Danny.
everyone.
I'm not holding my weapon. Danny, you just set that down and relax now, okay? Just take a moment. Hey, I don't know.
As you say relax, Danny's shaking and the gun's slowly starting to turn towards the city guards.
Oh,
Can't stop it. I don't know what's happening.
Cat's gonna like grab his hands and try to take it from him.
In a voice that doesn't sound like Danny's, he says, "More rats and hats."
What? Danny, what are you talking about?
What? What do you mean? Oh God, why do I have this rifle? And he drops the rifle to the ground.
All rats and hats. That's bizarre. All right.
did I hear that clearly, or am I just focusing on hiding?
He was not that quiet about it. I'd like everyone in the party to be able to have heard that.
Right, Mr. Greg, what would you like to do as the guards sort of rush past you into the room and you're like behind them now?
Boo. How far into the room are they in? Like, can I like tiptoe through the door and walk down the stairs? I'll just be, I'll be just out of sight, out of mind.
No, don't give me another stealth check because you already did one.
Okay.
Come on, stabbing hobo, commit. They've got bones. They've got delicious bones, old Greg.
That's not the canvas I usually do. But so can I just walk out and just quietly, be outside just for a little bit, just to watch what happened?
Sure. You, as you sort of like step round the door, because they're like they're like doors that open both ways, right? They're not.
Yeah.
So they're like swingy doors. I don't know. I just imagine them being like swingy doors that can open.
Right.
That just push but you push both ways and they, open. Like magic. As you sort of sneak out into the bleachers and you can see more guards. They haven't spotted you yet, but they're running up the steps towards where the gunfire that they heard came from.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to look like a normal folk, just looking like there's something crazy going on here. Just trying to mingle back to the crowd wherever.
I mean, there's plenty of. If you need to like duck down and hide, there's plenty of like room behind where the seats are sort of. Well, they're not really seats anymore, but there's like concrete like.
Right.
That,
where the bleachers used to be.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll just pick a spot, keep a distance, just be like the people looking like they're hiding, just waiting for the security comes out and waiting for the whole thing blows over, and I'll just watch for my buddies to come out.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
And what's the difficulty for this one again?
It's going to be 1 because you're now sort of in a space where there is actual like real hiding spaces to go for, rather than just hiding behind the door.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just in case, I'm gonna spend 1 action point to get a third dice.
Okay.
If that's all right with you guys. Third dice for me. Wow. What is that?
Nothing is what that is.
All right. Well,
would have been amazing in a different game.
Yes, it would have been amazing. But may I spend 1 action point, a luck point, to reroll one of those?
Yeah.
All right.
So my decision. Sure, your choice.
Yeah. Reroll.
Spend luck. How much luck do I have?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, very nice.
I don't like this seat. It's not comfortable. I'll just go over here.
Yeah, you sort of just throw yourself down on the down between the bleachers, right? And the guards just rush up and sort of set almost like a perimeter around the trouble or where they heard the noise come from. Back inside.
So back inside,
the guards go, well, well, what's going on here then? And the boss man goes, like holding his bleeding ear, he goes, these psychos just jumped in and attacked us.
That is verifiably likely accurate, but I'm having a hard time remembering the last 5 or so minutes of my life.
Danny, just be quiet, okay?
What?
So, no, these guys are bad. They went after our friend and killed our friend.
Whoa. Nee, whoa. He says,
Nah,
holding
no.
his ear. We didn't kill your friend.
You took his arm.
We definitely didn't take his arm. What arm?
Right, well,
why would we want to take his arm?
Game Master, you're gonna have to sit. Is that not what that was? What was said last time? So
Shh, just ignore everything I said last time.
okay, okay. Well, he's missing an arm, and y'all were last one to see him alive.
Well, we went there to tell him to poke his nose out of our business, and left him a sternly written letter to remind him.
Seriously? Nah. These guys, they're the reason he's dead.
He's not remembering
So y'all
anything
should
because
be
he's dead.
arresting them.
So the guard's going, who's dead?
Jackson.
Jackson Elias, our friend.
One of them turns to the other guard, go check it out. And the other guard sort of walks out and oh, Greg, you hear him go check out such and such dress. And then two of them sort of head down the bleachers to go check out what's
They
what's
have
going on.
walkie-talkies.
No,
Maybe we should take them out.
He physically walked outside and spoke to them.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm still just hiding and just observing.
So she's like, these are the guys you need to arrest. This is not. They're behind all this.
They look at you, they look at the triggerman and the boss, and they go, we're going to take you all in.
It's very easy. They pulled their guns on us first. We just want to have a discussion about Jackson because we heard from the neighbors that these friendly young people have been the last people that met up with Jackson and took his goods that he was to sell. And the next people to find him was his colleague Kevin, who then informed us that he was killed. Wasn't it Kevin the name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kevin. Hold on. Notes.
Business associate that we had a meeting with Jackson and Kevin.
He was Jackson's friend who came to find us. He was supposed to find us and help us out, but he said he hadn't heard from Jackson. And he should have heard from Jackson.
The triggerman, like, who's Kevin?
He ain't your friend, obviously. Why would you know who Kevin is?
Well, they put their arms up. The ones on the floor get up off the floor. They get arrested and they get led out of the room.
A cat puts her hand on Romero's shoulder and just whispers softly. It's just like, if anybody can get us out of this, it's you. So you just keep talking, okay?
Romero, give me a...
Speech, charisma.
Yeah, speech charisma roll. It's going to be a hard roll. Fuck knows what hard is, though.
Well, let's roll 4 dice then.
Oh dear.
Oh
And
dear.
then spend that
Oh,
luck on the 20
All right.
and make that 3 successes.
Nice.
Because the fact is, we just wanted to talk to these guys. As you see, the people that have unfortunately been dealt with by our trigger-happy colleague here were the ones that drew their Tommy guns. He had a split second to make a decision if it was our lives or these two guys were, less happy to be alive. And we just wanted to chat with them because they were the last people that were seen with our dead friend. You can ask the neighbors, it's like 2 doors down to the left. She also mentioned that a heavy suitcase was stolen from them that they took with them that has the iguana bits that have been going the rounds here. We probably have heard of them before. Right, Jackson was selling them to a couple of people. I can't believe
Yeah,
you wouldn't know,
they're like,
right?
yeah. We've had some of the canned good food. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And these trigger men were the ones that were really trying to push him out of the business and take that over and scalp all of you.
Okay. All right. Head back. Okay. Well, everyone needs to leave. This is a crime scene.
Yeah, absolutely. A crime scene. Let me just pick up the gun that I dropped, and you will
leave the gun.
pick up the. But it's mine. I can't leave
the gun.
It's okay, Danny. Just leave it. It's
give me
okay.
a charm roll, please, Danny.
Charm roll?
charisma
Yeah.
and speech.
Christmas speech.
Charisma and speech.
Well,
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna fail this. So let's get weird.
Don't be
you can use
negative.
that.
You could
give it a try.
pass.
Yeah, you can spend the last
I'm
action
gonna
point for
spend that
yourself.
last action point.
Go for it. Yeah, we've got Romero. He's our action point generator.
Absolutely not.
Well, it was
Wow.
a try.
Target of 5. That's how much you got.
I have 5 charisma.
I think mine would be as bad.
Did you want to spend any luck to re-roll any of those dice?
Absolutely not. What I'd like to spend though is some bullets in this fucking guard's head. No, Danny will resist the murder hobo rage right now. But Kat would hear under his voice. Danny usually talks in this kind of, atypical New York accent. And you hear this, "It's okay, Grigori. We will figure this out at another time." Sorry, Kat, are we leaving or something?
What?
What?
What
did you say?
What did you, what?
I didn't
Never
say
mind.
anything.
Just.
We should probably get out of here, though.
Let's go. Yeah. Romero, come on.
Is he holding the assault rifle as he goes to the door? Just unknowingly having it.
Correct. Exactly. Yes.
The guard puts his hand on the assault rifle.
Oh, sorry. I'm just used to taking my own things with me. But, hey, you're the police officer. My bad. I will find you when you sleep. Hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal.
What?
What?
It's nothing. He's got that disorder, where you just say things out of the blue.
I'm having a really stressful
him.
day.
Okay, keep
Someone
walking.
tried to kill me, and I know where your family is.
Cat pushes him out of the room. Just keep going. Just keep going.
So as the story goes along, Danny's spiraling down this hole of insanity, right?
Seems to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, just gonna push him forward and make sure Romero comes with us.
One of the guards, excuse me, ma'am. Sorry, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Kat.
Are you his carer?
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's just
I think he might need
special.
You should go see the doc and get him some meds. He might need some medication.
Yeah. Thanks. That's Yeah, we just got into town and all. So yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Y'all being understanding.
All right, well, don't leave town until we've finished investigating what's happened here.
You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do.
Danny, it's
What?
cool. It's cool.
Oh,
We're gonna go.
Yeah.
It's
It's
cool.
fine. Yeah,
It's cool.
Kit says
Let's
it's
go.
Fine. Then it's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. All right, so down the stairs we go because time to get. I'm trying to get Danny as far away from the cops as possible.
Okay, you step out of the room and start heading down the bleachers. Oh, Greg, you see everyone else sort of walk by you.
Which way are they taking everyone?
Well, they take the guy. They take. You see. So yeah, first you see the 4 triggermen come out. One of them is the boss, and they're led down the bleachers and taken to the security compound for Diamond City.
Yeah.
And then probably a few minutes later, the rest of your friends and the friend with many friends in his head walked past you.
Yeah, so they're heading to the same security place as well?
No, they seem to be like walking unguided, right?
Oh, all right. Is it safe for me? Is there no guards around them? Around our group?
Nope.
I'll just like shuffle in behind Romero and just like, what's the skinny? What's going on?
Well, apparently they didn't kill him and only roughed him up, and no one knows who Kevin is.
Oh no! Wait, our Kevin, the little assistant to Jackson?
The self-proclaimed assistant to Jackson, and now the last person that saw him alive.
Yeah. Let's go back to Jackson to see if Kevin, our so-called Kevin, is still there.
Let's hope so.
Okay.
Do you guys want to go back to Jackson to see if there's Kevin still hanging about?
I think the cops are back there. We probably need to steer clear of that right now.
That's true. And it's still nighttime, isn't it, GM?
Yes, it is.
We can try pick up our food that we left in the restaurant.
Yeah, just take a to-go box. Yeah, give
What,
me.
are you gonna head to the
Yeah,
Yes.
just to annoy the poor robot once more, just causing so much ruckus. Like, can we get our stuff to go?
It's going like, Wellington, where's our order?
Where's my mole rat manicotti?
So he's like, oh, but you left before I could give you your food.
Oh, we just went out for a smoke. We didn't want to bother your patrons in here.
And then we heard gunshot firing. It was a very stressful situation for us, and including our little friend
outside.
here.
You're not inside. You're outside.
Outside the fence. Your little
Yes, I looked.
space here.
I looked outside the fence, and you wasn't outside the fence. Otherwise, I would have, called you over.
Look, a little
Right.
rust bucket. We got ourselves a nice meal, and we just want to take it to go. So either we'll stay here to really annoy you more, or you could just simply give our food, and we'll be off our way.
There is that.
Wow.
We could certainly let Danny.
Mr. Ramsey, get the shit out of the bin and give it to them, right? Get order a table 13's order ready to go home, okay?
Hell, I don't care if it's
And
been
you
in
hear
the garbage for a
beep.
while.
You hear like beep, 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 beep.
It's a good thing you chose, or we would have let our friend Danny just walk around and touch things in your place.
Okay, a few minutes later, he hands you some cardboard boxes.
How soaked is the bottom of that box?
Huh?
Is it like a cardboard box and they just
Yeah.
slopped everything in?
It's There's like 4 cardboard boxes. No, 3 cardboard boxes and a can of purified water.
Oh, thank you kindly. Well, I say we just go back to Duggan and just have a quick meal and just think about what should we do next.
It's probably a good idea. Kat's gonna just kind of start walking that way with Danny.
Hmm.
Like, are you okay?
Cat, do you have a? This might sound a little crazy, Cat, but do you have a like? Hear
You have those
voices
dreams.
talking about like the motherland and down with capitalism. I don't know. It's just I've been hearing these voices in my head lately. It's probably nothing. You know what? Just forget I even asked about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay, Danny. So do you that was really strange. I mean, I'm not ever heard you talking the way you've been talking.
What are you talking about? I'm talking like I always talk. That kind of twangy New
Dude.
York accent that we got. It's
Well,
fine.
yeah, yeah, now yes.
Hey,
Or like running, just disappearing while I step away and then I come back and you're gone.
I didn't disappear. You disappeared. I was
Not to
so
men-
I
not-
blinked. Go ahead. Sorry, old Greg. What are you saying?
Not to mention you try to mimic me or something.
What are you talking about? I didn't mimic you. Why would I mimic old Greg? You're a unique individual. No one can mimic you.
I appreciate
You,
that. You're a unique piece of something.
Well, it's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, old Greg.
You're welcome. But don't get too close. Cling on to that.
Oh, I mean, I won't.
That wind could shift change real fast.
Oh, that's fair. So yeah, let's get out of here, right? We're gonna do the old ignore pivot on that question from Kat and pivot the conversation to something else.
You really try to divert that question.
Kat's gonna let it go for right now, but she's heading back to the dugout, I assume, with everybody else.
Oh yeah, there's some good chairs and everything.
Be careful, Grigori. Your friends are onto you. Wait, what?
Did we hear that one?
Absolutely not. That would be under his breath to himself.
So I say maybe we get a good rest, check up with security after they done browsing through Jackson Place. See if there was a Kevin, and then if there is something about Kevin, we should go to the good neighbors next.
But that's a good question. I mean, if nobody else knows who Kevin is, do we have anybody else here we can ask that would know Kevin?
We could ask the owners of the Duggan to see if they knew anybody who was friends with Jackson.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Ramiro,
Yes.
would you like to take the lead on that question?
Well, first I'm gonna take the lead and gonna have my dinner, and we'll tackle all of that tomorrow.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's definitely, it has a weird taste to it though.
Dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not gonna eat.
Can I have some of yours?
Here. You go ahead, old Greg. You enjoy.
Oh, this is a feast.
You're pretty. Oh, Greg, you're pretty fucking stuffed if you remember, because you fucking like.
You never. You're in the wasteland. You never
the-
know. Your next meal might take another 4 days or something.
If you rightly remember, all that Danny ordered was a purified water.
True. All he had was a purified water for sure. All right, maybe I'll hold that. Hold whatever Cat has for breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, she got like a steak or something. I can't remember.
It'll be all right. It doesn't need quite a refrigeration yet.
What,
But,
you all had
yeah,
some eggs, yeah?
Yep, I am.
All right, what about everyone else?
What are we doing?
Yeah, you heading to bed?
Well, no, I was so Romero, you gonna ask the owner about Kevin? You
I'm
you want me
eating.
to?
I mean, we can do it in the morning. I'm pretty sure that we get visitors by the morning anyway.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right. Yeah, let's all get some sleep. I think we need it.
Is our doors lockable?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. No, I'll
You
just
think the
lock the door.
Wasteland has locks? What kind of hoity-toity place are you from, old Greg?
Well, I mean, they're not very good
Locks.
locks. You can.
Oh,
I'm
look
sorry,
at
I
me!
don't-
I can lock my door.
I'm sorry, I
Oh,
don't
so
live in
fancy.
an underground bunker with a giant steel door for convenience.
Danny,
Anyone could.
you gonna be
King of
okay?
the castle. Oh yeah, Cap. I'm totally fine. How are you? You look, as dapper as ever. I mean, you got a little blood on the shoulder pad of you. You might want to wash your uniform, but no, you look fantastic.
Yeah,
I just
yeah. Take care of it later.
want to tell you thank you for being my friend. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, of course.
you're doing a great job.
I ain't doing nothing.
Well, you're doing a great job of it. Good night, Cat.
Yeah.
He's gonna bop into his room.
Good night, Danny. Good night, guys.
Good night.
So she is going to get some sleep. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, sleep
All right.
time.
Okay, you'll wake up probably about 8 hours later.
That makes it about what time of the morning?
Probably about 8 a.m. You probably went to bed close to midnight. Ignore the time that I've got. I got zealous with the hour movement. But
Hmm.
yeah, next day, yeah. Yeah, when you wake up, you can hear like, you can hear voices outside of your rooms.
Outside of our rooms.
Yeah.
Uh,
Basically, yeah,
Ew.
because your rooms basically like go straight onto the into the main room of the of the bar.
right.
Can we hear what they're saying? Is
No,
there-
it's very it's quite far away from your door, you'd say. It's kind of very muffled as well. Yeah, so it's muffled and
Is like a
Other
muffle
such
ruckus or just like a group of.
just conversation.
Oh well, yeah. No, I'm just. I'll step outside and just hang out in the on those couches in the bar area.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see two of Diamond City security sort of talking to the owner of the dugout inn.
Oh shit.
And he sort of the owner sort of clocks you as you come out and says, "Well, there they are."
You as in
Omero writes
all of
his
us,
suit
or-
Hello.
and walks out.
Where did
And
you
Oh,
go ahead? I was wondering where you said you walked out. You walked out of your room.
Out of the room, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
As if nothing happens, just walks down the corridor up to the front room, and when he sees the security guards together with the owner, he's like, "Oh, this is a good coincidence," and walks straight over. It's like, let me ask all of you a question. This guy here that came yesterday to pick us up, Kevin, is supposed to be an associate of Jackson. Does any one of you here know him?
The owner goes, I've seen him around town occasionally, but I've never seen him hang out with Jackson. They occasionally had a conversation, but that was about it, from what I could see.
I look over to the police guys, if they have more of an idea.
They say people come and go all the time, but we can't keep track of everyone. I took an
sounds
arrow
fair
to the
enough.
knee.
And is there anything more you found out at the Jackson's
Yeah, the mayor
place?
wants to speak to you.
Well, we're moving up into town. Quite the honor. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
down for
let
it.
me let me get the rest of the group, and
I'm
Romero turns
sure
around.
Cat would have come out after you.
Is
I mean-
is Danny the only one not in outside with us, still in his room?
Yeah, what is Danny doing? Danny had some weird dreams last night.
Yeah, Danny had some weird dreams, a lot of red in them, but red, yellow, sickles, and I don't know, it was weird. But anyway, Danny's with everybody. Yeah, he's there.
What do you
Rise
say,
and
guys?
shine.
We're gonna go see the mayor.
Chill, we
If
can go see the mayor.
to get this thing sorted out. Yes.
Why does he want to talk to us anyway?
Maybe he came to the same conclusion that this Kevin guy might have been the last one to see Jackson alive and not the triggerman.
It's possible. Okay.
All right. I'm down for it.
Yeah, let's go.
We are
Okay,
making our way.
they lead you out of the dugout in, and they take you to the elevator and up to the mayor's office.
This doesn't look safe.
Is anything?
True enough.
I haven't seen safe since I left the vault.
Also true.
You're calling the vault safe?
It was
I mean, here's
for
the
a
thing.
long time.
Here's the thing. It was safe right up until it wasn't.
Yeah, that's about it. It's safe
Sounds-
until it wasn't.
Sounds like a 50-50 to me. It's either safe or it isn't.
And then what happened?
It wasn't safe no more.
Oh,
And then I'm done.
So yeah, they take you up. There's a receptionist behind one of the desks out front of the office, the mayor's office.
Hmm.
And she says, "Oh, hi, Danny. Yeah, the mayor's ready to see the guests now."
Wait, how the hell do you know my name?
oh.
One of the guards goes, "I'm Danny."
No, I'm Danny.
No,
Hi, Danny. I'm Greg.
Hi, Greg. I'm Danny. That goes around for about 5 minutes, and then we.
Hey,
progress
Danny.
the
No,
scene.
I'm old Greg, and that's Danny over there.
Yeah.
Who's on
Uh,
first?
Yeah, they lead you. They let you go through the door, and the mayor sort of he's sitting at his computer terminal, looking at stuff. He's an older fella, I'd say, grey in hair. He's probably wearing a little hat as well, just cover his bald patch, because people with baldness are generally a little, worried about their baldness sometimes, because people.
Does he look
mention
like
it.
he's near retirement age, asking for a friend?
No, he's not.
All right,
But
just figured I'd ask.
he looks tired. He looks he's probably about 30, but he looks going 60 because when you get into power, it ages you. And he's welcome. Why don't you take a seat on some of the? I've got some seats around here. Take a seat on one of the sofas.
Danny
Thank you
walks over
kindly.
and tries to find the smallest seat and picks it up and starts to leave the room. You told me to take a seat. No, I'm kidding. I sit down. Never mind. I'm done.
Danny,
only
just
cat
sit
joke of the
down.
day.
Cat'll sit in the cleanest spot.
It's all quite clean. I
Okay.
mean, for
And she'll take a seat.
Fallout, right? It's clean for
Right.
Fallout.
No foul dirt dust on the chairs.
Oh, there's definitely crap around the edges, right?
Mm,
It's like no one sweeps in Fallout.
mm.
And he sort of like pivots on his chair to turn around to face you, and he's like, "Well, yeah, so about last night, would you kindly like to tell me what happened?"
Which part are you talking about? More the afternoon part,
whole
or
story,
early evening, or
please.
the whole story? Since
I
our
just-
arrival or in the evening?
Oh. The whole story.
From the beginning.
Well, it
when
was
you
about
first-
17 years ago, right?
Danny,
And
no,
I was a boy of
fast
5
forward a
years
little
old.
bit. Danny,
Oh,
fast
sorry.
forward a little bit.
Danny.
I give the mayor. Did we, GM? Did we got a letter from Jackson, right?
Yes.
All right, I tossed one of the letters to the mayor, just saying we were invited by Jackson himself to for a business opportunity to come here in Diamond City, along with our colleagues, and I'll let everyone else finish the story.
Just when we
Greg.
arrived, he
Look at old
wasn't
Greg being lazy.
present.
Just tired and not a morning person.
But when we arrived, he unfortunately wasn't available, so we got in our rooms that he's gotten for us in the dugout, waiting for him. When later on his claimed associate Kevin approached us, saying that he would need to talk to us and show us something, and brought us to his apartment, where we unfortunately have found him dead, with the missing arm and the merchandise stolen. We asked some of the neighbors if they'd seen anything, which pointed us to a couple of well-dressed people with a more of a New York accent. And when we went up to have our dinner in the bleachers, we have heard the accent further up and counted the triggermen. Once we entered the room to confront the triggermen with questions about why they were the last ones to have seen Elias Jackson alive, two of them pulled out their Tommy guns, and one of our friends here has disarmed them in a friendly manner to save our lives.
In
And that's when the
self-defense.
security came up.
It is okay. Well, according to the triggerman, your friend in the vault suit, he looks at you, Danny, burst in and started to shoot.
If he was such an unhinged individual, just opens fires on civilians, why did he only shoot at the two that had their weapons drawn, and not a single shot at anyone who was not armed?
Well, we have a gentleman with a missing ear.
That was because he was attempting to draw a weapon from under the desk.
Well, according to security, there was no weapon under the desk.
I did not want to find out what he was drawing from under the desk, trying to hide it and do it quickly.
Okay. Well, I've had to let them go.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I've had to let them go.
Why the hell did you let him go?
Because if we press charges,
Those sons of bitches murdered our friend.
That's the other thing as well. There's a body. Well, we found a body in the house of Jackson Elias.
Yeah, it was Jackson. Murdered terribly.
We're wondering why you didn't approach the Diamond City security about this in the get-go.
Danny's looking very upset, but I'm going to stop talking and let someone else take over the scene.
We thought we were going to get a quick resolve, as we heard last sighting of this triggerman gang that was hanging out at the fancy pub on the bleachers. We thought we might as well get a clear answer and see if we can get a solution down quickly as possible, but that did not quite happen.
Did Romero and old Greg ever tell Kat and Danny what they overheard?
Oh yeah, no. Well,
Before?
no, I don't think we did.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna say anything then, so I'll let y'all. Kat's just listening and watching.
So he says, so I'm in a bit of a pickle here. There we go. We'll go with that one rather than me saying predicament. Right. He says, I understand that, you want to help your friends. I get it.
You're a citizen.
Yes.
You wanted to help your citizen that was found dead. Indeed.
Yes, and I think you've got an eye or a nose for sniffing out trouble, right? He looks at you, Ramiro, and then suddenly realizes you don't actually have a nose, and then looks at everyone else. We have a problem. We have a problem in Diamond City. Over the past 12 months, sorry, let me check my notes. Yeah, over the past 6 months, there have been 12 missing people cases, unresolved.
That is quite a lot for the Wasteland.
All here in Diamond City?
And he says, and every time someone has disappeared, this fella, he pulls out a black and white photograph. This fella appears. He hands Ramiro the photograph first, and that looks like, and that's a photo of Kevin.
I'll hand it over to the next person. It's like, that's the associate Kevin.
That's our Kevin right there. Quite a fancy picture you took.
So this guy, he shows up, or are the people ever found, or are they dead?
We've not found any bodies. They may have just left.
But every time when this gentleman strolls into town, people start disappearing.
That's correct.
Do you know any other possible location this gentleman might be, hanging about? We heard another location called Good Neighbor.
We've heard that he occasionally frequents the Third Rail.
Where's that?
That's a bar in Diamond City, not Diamond City, in Good Neighbor.
Any chance we could take this picture just for, identifying for other people?
Certainly. Would you be willing to help to smooth over all the edges here? Would you be willing to help us at Diamond City to figure this out?
Most certainly.
Be happy to help.
We find ourselves without employment currently.
Payment would be most dear.
Yeah. Danny, what do you think?
Danny is distracted. And he looks like he's like looking down at his hand, and he's just kind of scratching his palm. He's like not paying attention.
Danny, that's just gonna bleed. Stop it. Stop scratching.
What? Oh, no, it's fine. I had an itch. It's good.
Fingernails are dirty.
Your fingernails are dirty. Covered in
I know, but I don't scratch myself.
Sure you do. Look at that scratch right over there on your face.
The mayor hands Ramiro two cones of shame to put on Danny's hands.
Danny shoots the mayor. That's how we're gonna escalate this.
And then the fantasy reverts back to the conversation.
So, Danny, the mayor wants us to help him find these missing people.
Yeah, let's do it.
This Kevin guy. So,
let's
in?
Get it done.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll help.
Okay. He turns around and he sort of like brings up some files on on his little computer, and he deletes the warrants that are out for your arrest.
Danny, you've already been famous in less than 12 hours.
He says, It says I'd
Proud of
start a
you.
good neighbour. Head down to the rail yard. Probably speak to the barman there.
Naturally.
I
Sounds
believe his
fair
name is
enough.
Charlie.
Good name.
Uh, ooh,
You're aware of the iguana bits that Jackson was selling.
Oh, delicious!
What's-
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah,
I generally have
what
one
is the
one every other day. Yeah, it's lovely, lovely in a stew. I had some
What-
carrots and some potatoes, and just give it a bit more oomph in it, and it's delicious. Yeah.
what's the frequency of deliveries that Jackson was able to keep over, let's say, the last 6 months?
I know there was a supply issue for about 7 months ago. There was definitely a supply issue, but now there's a less of a supply issue.
alrighty.
Deliveries probably about once a week, I'd say. From what I understand, or from what I heard on the grapevine, that wherever they produce the stuff is they're ramping up production, so maybe it'll be more frequent. Have you tried it?
Oh, I had like 3 of them last night. It was delicious.
3 of them? Bloody hell.
But
They are really, really good for Wasteland standards.
Yeah, just no, I hadn't tried it yet.
Oh, you should.
Maybe next time.
You should.
Okay,
delicious.
so what information can you give us about these missing people? And this Kevin guy.
Kevin, we don't have much. He comes and goes. Security has been on the lookout for him, but he somehow manages to avoid security. We managed to get one of our fellas who isn't security. He managed to snap a picture of him. The guy is interested in starting up a detective agency, so he rescued my daughter from some raiders as well.
sounds like a
Sounds
good
like-
man.
Indeed.
All right. So, do we know anything about the cases? Who's missing? Is there any patterns?
The pattern is generally people who wanderers, mainly people loners, I guess, are the ones who generally get taken.
Any last reports of their last locations? Where they were last sighted or where they were possibly heading towards?
He says usually it's late at night.
They didn't know.
There isn't any patterns in regards to where it is. It's generally late at night, somewhere out of sight of most people.
And so it's 12 over the last 6 months. So we talking just one every other week, or are you seeing like 2 people disappear and then
Well, he says, well, these are the people that we know have disappeared.
oh, I see.
Only reported. Well, I guess we got no time to lose. If we want to set up a better reputation for Diamond City, I think we should get to good neighbor.
He says, however, they seem to have been targeting ghouls of late.
Targeting of who?
Ghouls.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow. Well, that's some good information. Well, I'm all set for going to good neighbors unless you guys need to do anything.
Nope, we can go. Sounds like we're going to good neighbor.
We'll just check up on your cow, Romero, and see if we could just leave it here for the day. Unless you want to take it with us.
Oh, we're gonna take her with us. She's carrying my merchandise. Of course we need to take her with us.
All right, all right. Well,
What good is a salesman without his merchandise?
it'd be just rough if we had to go deeper inside Boston in case we get jumped by raiders or something. Okay. I don't want to use your cow as a meat shield if it goes down.
For that, they need to sneak up on us. But that's what we got you guys for.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna take the guy with us.
So yeah, so as you leave Diamond City and head out into the wasteland, you will hear that familiar music playing in your ears. That I won't play because I'll get copyrighted claimed, and yeah, you all level up to level 2.
Oh, what was that? Oh, I just heard something. Some kind of weird snare drums.
Level 2. All right.
Oh my goodness, level 2. Here we go.
I gotta figure out what
What was there was like a
perk I
journal
want.
or something that you could like look stuff up in? Fallout.
Control space.
Control space, and you can search for it.
Roll
Since Romero gave such good talks during our first combat encounters, he will be taking inspirational, so we can save 1 more AP in the future.
Ooh.
Doing God's work.
Doing God's work.
What about everyone else?
I'm still kind of looking. I would take barbarian, but he's got to be level 4. So
Old Greg is just going to be more hardier. I'm going to choose the toughness perk because my endurance is 6 and luck is a 6, and I will get a +1 on physical damage reduction.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, Cat could take something like Action Girl, then she can bonk people twice more easily.
I have
higher
Action Boy, and
difficulty.
let me tell you, it is handy as hell.
is it?
Oh yeah.
I could take that one. I was kind of looking for something for hitting a little harder. Iron Fist. Nope.
Oh, did you get your perk on Vicious? Because that one, what is that, Big League?
I
Big
do
Leagues,
have big
she
leagues,
started
yeah.
with that one,
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
which
Which
already
was
is the
appropriate
most
for her.
killy one.
Yeah. Endurance. Oh, my endurance isn't higher enough.
Yeah, because I need to
Sorry,
find
guys.
a
I'm being all slow and stuff.
nonsense. This is our learning experience. But hopefully, yeah, with the toughness, all I got is a drifter outfit, and I can't add armor on unless I what's the title of it? Not outfit, clothes.
Mm,
The one selection of piece of clothing that you can swap armors on.
gotcha. Yeah.
Road leather armor looked tacky on old Greg. You got the B-rated Mad Max.
Well, I do have some leather chest piece in my merchandise. Just say.
Could probably give it to Dan or Danny or Kat for a little extra protection.
I think I already have some. Oh yeah, because I have Vault Tech security armor
Okay.
and a helmet.
Hmm.
So I already look like I work for security.
What's going on now?
I think Danny's a bit too shooty. Then give him armor on top of that.
You don't want to ruin the merchandise, do you?
No, that's
Look,
30 caps right there.
Well, look, there'll be more possible killing on our way to Good Neighbor, and we might find some good stuff.
Danny's a glass cannon. Don't worry about it.
Oh, what did I put for
It's the one
skills?
called intense training. That's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good one. I really should
was thinking
next
about
level
taking
up,
that
I'll
too.
add that. Oh yeah, I just add 1 skill point to medicine.
I just do more speech. until I hit 6.
I improved my small guns.
Ooh. Yeah, what did people increase? What did people increase?
Oh, melee weapons, definitely.
Medicine for me.
Speech.
Danny picked small guns because he has a mouthful of popcorn.
I think I'm going to
That's-
take intense training and up my agility by 1.
Hmm. And
Because
then
I think that that
Danny, this
affects my.
yeah, Darewolf, you've got 5 tag skills. Is that correct? Are you
Yep.
supposed to have 3?
I'm pretty sure it's 5.
3 for original, and then 1 more for being a vault dweller. They were giving another tag skill because they're
I get an extra tag skill.
apparently.
I
And
did not
then-
know that.
And I'm not sure where's that extra tag. Did you
Let me
pick
find
the
out.
did you pick the tag perk as well?
No. Maybe I have 1 more than I'm supposed to have. Hold
I
on.
think that's a little too extra.
We'll find out. Oh, let's see here. Vault Dweller 78. So, Vault Tech Resident.
Yeah, just 1 more additional tag skill.
Well, I will untag Repair.
Yeah, that means that
Actually,
Mara
medicine.
needs to tag another skill.
I do. Tough questions here. Let's see.
And don't forget, with the tag skill, once you've marked that as tagged, you get 1 more bonus
2
point to
points.
add that.
2 points.
2 points? Okay, yes,
Mhm.
2 points.
Does it automatically add the 2 points?
No,
Once you mark it as tagged, yeah.
it doesn't automatically do it in the.
Yeah, you gotta manually type that in.
Okay. All right. Gosh, dang. What should I take here? What is it I keep wishing was a tag skill?
Oh, you know what it was? When I was using the character creator, it told me I had 4 tag skills because it was already including the fact that I was a vault dweller. I was using the character creator online, and then I read the book. It's like, oh, you get an extra tag skill. It's like, oh, cool, I get 5. I'm sure that's what happened.
That's probably
my
yeah.
bad.
I mean, it's not hard to misalign something, right? I mean, it's not hard.
What do you
Yeah,
guys think?
It's only because I was looking at what everyone's taken, because you know I enjoy like leveling up their characters and shit.
Hell yeah.
Right?
So what do you guys think? Should I take sneak or speech? Sneak?
Um,
I'm seeing
I
some.
think we got
nods
some
on-
good. I think we got some high sneaks. I got 1, and Romero's pretty decent.
I think
I think we
got
could
the
use some
highest
more.
sneak.
I think we. Yeah, you do have the highest sneak. I think we could probably be handy if we can talk our way out more and bartering.
Well, I don't have I have a 5 in charisma, so my charisma's not very high.
But you
Could do
increase the
big
range
guns.
where you get crits, though.
Or explosives.
Well, you got energy weapons free, right?
I do. Yeah, I guess well, that would add more to it. I don't really. I don't have any energy
Has anyone got
weapons.
medicine?
I just marked it as 1.
Right, but has anyone got medicine? Like a
I got
decent.
medicine 2. With my intelligence of 5, so only a 7. I think the highest medicine is probably Danny.
Yeah,
Oh,
Danny,
Dan-
what's yours?
Oh yeah, Danny's
Great.
got medicine something up the
He has
wazoo.
3 and intelligence 7, so 10.
Oh, so he's our group healer,
No, he's
Yeah.
your group.
and he's gonna have to touch your blood.
He'll do unnecessary operations on your characters.
He's currently the mad scientist.
We must see what makes the Western comrade think.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and take sneak. I know we don't all need it, but that I think that'll be
It'll be good.
about appropriate for her. So sneak. So I took intense training and upped my agility, and I think that affects my because now my agility's 8. So I think that affects my DR, doesn't it?
Your defense. At
Defense
9 goes
change
up
at
to
9.
2.
Yeah, it starts at 9, I think. Then you get that that 2 defense that James has to beat you on.
Meaning that they need a 2 to hit you instead of just 1.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. So I knew I
So
was
swift.
just a little ways away from it.
2 more levels and you get there.
Mhm.
Just need to clean up the whole wasteland between here and Good Neighbor and you get there.
Right. Oh, I need one more. Okay. Well,
Well, I'm pretty all set.
that was
Everyone
fun.
else set?
Yep.
Did everyone have the 1 hit point?
Yep.
I'm now living that 2-digit life.
Can't
Oh,
use big
you
levels
only have 10
too.
health points.
Yes.
Oh man, I Greg is a hardy boy because I put endurance and luck as my feature. Greg could take a few beatings.
Yeah, and everyone should be at 100 XP.
Oh, 100 XP. Yep, I will bump that up.
Okay. Got it. I think that's about all I'm doing.
So how's the weather today, GM? What's it like out in the wasteland?
It is quite cool. 16 degrees centigrade. I'm not doing Fahrenheit because bollocks to that. And scattered clouds, but mostly clear today. So there's some cloud. Occasionally you can see the shadows of clouds fly over.
Quite a fine day out here in the wasteland.
Seems about like what it's always like.
Usually more hot and dry. If you go west, I'll take this any day. I'd rather like to be cold than sweating.
Oh shit! Have you run out of AP? Oh dear. Got to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we'll build it up.
We'll get there.
Like what? What you gonna do, James? You gonna throw us into a bunch of
Oh,
super mutants?
It goes
Right.
down by
you
1
say
every
that.
scene anyway.
You say
Right.
that, right? You say that.
Find a rat scorpion nest.
So
Probably
Couple
we
of
are
death claws.
traversing our way over to Good Neighbor. It's
We're gonna
not
say
always
hello.
the
We're gonna say
safest
hello
route.
to Big Swan.
So
And there's
no,
that
I'm
too.
Not, I'm not that cool. I'm not that cool. So yeah. So you no, I'm definitely not that cool neither. So yeah. So as you sort of make your way to, I mean, you are given directions on how to get there, and as you make your way over there, you can hear gunfire and
Getting
a lot of shouty like that, but in a distance.
ooh. Can we identify that as like super mutant or something?
Shh. Give us a perception check, please, everyone.
Perception, survival.
Yes.
And I
Sorry.
got a crit. What was the difficulty?
Difficulty's 1.
Oh,
So I got
probably
2
won't
for
get
us already.
None. Which is not a surprise.
I just added
Actually,
2 action points for everyone.
Perfect.
Nice.
Zombie. So yeah. So Greg. Danny, you giving me a perception, survival perception roll?
Yeah, my character sheet's being weird.
Oh.
Like it froze on me. Hold on. So perception attribute is. I did the thing. I don't see shit.
So the likelihood is
Yeah, me either.
Danny and Kat, or Kat's probably worried looking at Danny's mental state, making sure that he's not doing something that he shouldn't be doing. But the other two, yeah, you as you sort of approaching a truck, basically a truck that's half buried in rubble and so on and so forth, you can hear. Well, first of all, you see some super mutants up ahead.
Open up your peepers and shut your mouth hole. We got trouble ahead.
And
What is it, Greg?
yeah, they're just shooting. They're shooting down down south. I guess it would be the way. Probably you'd expect they're firing at Good Neighbor, and you can hear like the turrets going and firing their guns back at or returning fire at the super mutants. You can also see gunfire coming from the remains of the building right there. And there's two super mutants like leaning out, firing down, like giving their comrades covering fire. Probably not the greatest of shots, but you know, that's all you can see at the moment.
And do we have to go through here to get to Good Neighbor? Is that what we're tracking?
Good neighbor is right there.
Okay.
You can't see it. It's literally where they're shooting.
Well, I just look over at Danny. Danny, I'm sorry that we might have to bring out the blood and jungle in you, but I think this might be a good call to take out these super mutants to win favor for the town of Good Neighbor.
Fear not, comrade. This is what I was trained for.
I'm sorry, what?
What? What are you talking about? Yeah. I mean, we'll get through this. Don't worry, old Greg. You can go get him, buddy. You got this.
Just stay low and keep your pistol on hand.
Oh yeah. No problem. Yeah, I used to hit swamp reps back in my T60. Blah 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 blah. Whatever.
Okay. Is there any passage from the neighboring buildings? I was thinking maybe we should go inside the buildings to take out the sniper wannabe super mutants.
Yeah, the ones up ahead.
I will, yes, I will allow that. Yes, I will allow that some of the buildings you can enter.
All right. Well,
so what I'd suggest you to do, everyone, is right-click on your token and click the cross sword and shield.
Oh, okay. Click on my token. Oh, gotta get zoomed in.
So it's a big map.
Yes.
But I split it up into zones.
Cross sword and shield. I think hopefully my thing is starting. Oh, there we are.
Well, sorry, hang on. Dave, you should start with one and then work your way through them.
I'm looking at the initiative order, and I swear I thought that one super mutant has like fabulous hair, but I was like, oh, that's a helmet.
It
has
is
some
fabulous
Fabio
hair.
style going on there.
Maybe he's just got helmet hair.
He is the prettiest of mutants.
Danny, did you are you gonna do you want me to click on your initiative or are you gonna do it?
Wait, I thought I already did it. How does this work again?
So
very
go to
rarely
the
use
combat
Foundry.
tracker, right click on the combat tracker to open up in a little window, and then scroll down and hit the D20 button.
What is the combat tracker?
The little
The
fist icon.
The fist icon, yeah.
Oh, and then I click that thing. All right, cool.
There we go. Okay, they haven't spotted you. So technically you've got you have got surprised on them, if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
At least for the first round, unless you do anything. Like, unless you start shooting at them.
Of course.
Because, A, they're too focused down here on Good Neighbour, and that's really... And, yeah, that's about it, really.
Hmm.
And, yeah.
So,
I
anyway,
am throwing you at some Super Mutants, but why not? Hey?
Yeah, that's fine. So, there's any entrance I could, with the little pointing, I could get into that building and just make my way through better coverage?
Sure. Where did I put the wall?
Far back.
Just put yourself
yeah,
against the wall.
this is Romero's turn. So if he
Yeah,
wants
so
to
Romero,
do-
what would you like to do? Sorry, we're jumping the gun here.
Yep, my bad.
I'll use a minor action to move over there. And okay, is there any way to get into the building as well, or?
It looks like you'd have to go round. There's a ramp over here behind the building.
Okay, then I'm gonna take the sprint action and go 2 zones. Oh, sorry, that was through the building. So.
Man, look at that ghoul go!
Dang,
that
he's
one.
fast. Romero, I didn't know you could run so fast.
I'm sorry, Betsy, your
Wait.
owner abandoned you.
Okay.
but
Where'd he
you
go?
Just
He
wait
was right here.
Ramiro, can you give me a perception check roll, please? Easy again. Do you have any luck left?
Yep.
Bollocks.
Nope.
Ooh.
Okay. You can hear a noise.
I'll worry about that next round.
There's a noise.
Danny, what
Ah.
would you like to do?
Oh wait, isn't old Greg gonna go? How'd we get all the way down
What?
to?
I don't know. That's my fault. Sorry, Greg. I
Hmm.
nicked your return. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, no, boo. I guess I'm just gonna, I think pistol in hand, with my little pipe pistol, I'm gonna follow the same trail around and use, which way Danny went? I mean, Romero went. Yeah, I'm just gonna
He
use
ran
my
off-
full
He ran off down. He ran off straight down the corridor.
right.
Right.
So I'll use my one minor move to, get in this space, and then I'll use my full action, my full movement dash thing to go up and around and everything. Wherever Romero trailed off.
You went around here.
I just Yeah, so 1 and 2. Yeah, so can I be right behind Romero?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is a fun little map thingy.
Give me a perception check, please.
Can I?
Easy roll.
All right, profession survival with the tag skill of 3 or less.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh,
Wow. I will re-roll that complication and spend another luck point. Re-roll that nasty.
well, sometimes complications are fun. In this case, I'm just not seeing fun coming from that.
Whoa. All right. Did not see anything.
Wow, our perception sucks.
Well, it didn't. It was really good earlier.
I know.
Oh, that's right. He had lots earlier.
Yeah.
You hear
yeah.
a voice. When can I go? So that's my mutant voice. I hope that's good enough.
It's a wonderful super mutant voice, Jane.
And then you hear two voice. So you hear, you, Old Greg and Ramira hear a voice up there. When can I go? and you can see he's holding something with a bleepy light on top.
Oh no. The worst
Danny.
Kool-Aid man ever.
I've never had Kool-Aid. We don't really
not
do it
worth
in this
it.
country.
Not worth it.
We do squashes instead. Right, Danny, what would you like to do, you psycho killer?
Just to
Kiss,
say,
kiss,
he's gonna take his minor action to move up to here. And is that cover right there?
If it's
Yeah.
cover, yes, it can be.
Just gonna bop into cover.
Okay, cool. Oh,
Telephone. Somebody get the phone.
Yep, sorry,
Hey.
that's me. I'm gonna mute myself.
Jesus.
he's been summoned. Is that your turn, Danny, or did you want to do something else?
I'm gonna ready an action if I see the guy with the blinking light. I want to shoot the blinking light guy.
At the moment, you don't know there's a blinking light, because he's around. It's for the two that are further
Oh,
around.
well, I'm
the,
just gonna
map.
dodge into cover and wait for Cat, because
Okay.
he's not gonna leave his best bait behind. Come on.
Cat.
All right. Yeah. So apparently we're following the same track here. And yeah, she will dodge into cover over here next to Danny and draw her 10 mil. Can we see into the building here at all? Because we knew there was
Yeah, they've
gunfire
got-
coming.
They do have an elevation on you, so they're higher up, right? So they're not on ground floor; they're on the second floor or the first floor, depending on what country you live in. I guess in America, this game is set in America, so let's say the second floor.
Okay. All right, but we don't see any of them.
You can see, like I said, these two are hanging out the window and firing.
I
Firing
can't. This
south.
is all black for me, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it? Okay. Let me amend that.
Yeah, a bit of a shadow work.
Sorry, I was just trying to make sure that things worked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just change it to site restriction none. Does that work?
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the one over here is too far back to be seen by you two down here, but the two over here, you can see him. And Ramiro, as I said to old Greg where you disappeared, he just said when it was his turn, "When can I go?" And he's holding something with a bleepy light, and it's making a noise like a beep, 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 beep.
Do we get to, do we see whatever he has in hand or no? Too far off.
No, you failed your perception checks to even realise.
Gotcha. That's not
So
good.
I'm gonna just
Looks like
ready.
an American football, right? Is what it looks like at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and ready an action to, if one of these guys notices us up here above, or the other guys come around the corner and see us, to shoot them.
Okay. Is
And
that
that's
your
my
turn?
turn. Yep.
So what you're readying for? What's your Zach ready? What are you doing?
If the guys above us, these two guys up here, if they see us and notice us, because I don't really want to get shot. So if they see us, or if one of the other ones comes around the corner, and just a shot with my 10 mil.
Okay. Okay, this one. I'm gonna give him a perception check to see if he spots you. All right. Oh god, it's survival. Oh no, how do I change the fucking tag? How do I change it? Oh god. Oh god.
I don't know. Is it the same way as we roll ours?
It's not. No, it's not. No.
Then I have no idea. Good times.
Read oldies. Oldies 104.3 WOMC.
Annie. We got to be careful here. Those things are huge.
What?
Look up. They're right there.
Are you seeing things again, Cat? You know, I've been
No.
seeing things
Can
lately.
you can
You-
both
what?
of you get who's got the lowest in sneak?
I've got a
Um,
2 now.
total is 7 plus.
No, I'm talking about Cat and Danny.
Oh, sorry.
Whichever one of
Um,
you's got the lowest roll roll on sneak, can you give me a sneak check, please?
Mine's a 10.
They're
Danny
both at
is-
10.
Danny's
Alright.
is a 10 for sneak.
Yeah, whichever one of you wants to roll a sneak roll.
Yeah, roll. I can't, make any promises, but oh snap!
Right. Well, it was a versus
There's
roll.
that
He got
tag
one.
skill.
He got 1 success, and you got 3 successes. So you beat him by 2 AP. So, do you add AP? Can you add AP from that from a versus roll?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
would.
know.
I would say yes.
Right.
Yeah,
add
because
2
the
AP.
other thing becomes a difficulty. Yeah.
Okay, add 2 AP to the. Oh, he doesn't spot you. He looks. He thinks he heard something. Do you like how I'm talking very like he heard something? Oh, I heard something, and looks over. I don't see anything. It just continues firing randomly down the fucking firing hole at good neighbour. Which Super Mutant is this? It's that one. Moves forward into cover. This one, I am going to do a perception check on him. It's just going to be versus the 3 successes. His perception is 5.
Ooh, close.
2 successes.
No cigar.
Yeah, he doesn't beat you. So yeah, so he's like, he just continues firing. Alright, that's his turn. And then, last but not least, the other one staying where he is. Basically, they haven't spotted you yet. Alright, you've been quiet and stealthy enough to like not attract too much attention. So, Ramiro, what would you like to do?
So they are 2 levels up, so I would need to go like.
You'd have to go to this one first, and then you can go inside the building. If you really want to. Do you want to give me another perception check, please?
Survival and perception.
Bugger.
Wait, what? What?
I think I heard something over there. No.
So it's just 2 zones, or is it like difficult because they
It
up?
is. I sort of wanted it to be 2 zones. I didn't. I guess because it's not a steep climb. It's just going up like a ramp, basically up to the same level that they are at.
What you thinking, Romero?
Thinking I'm gonna use a sprint action to.
If you sprint in, he is going to spot you unless you're going to be stealthy. And if you're sprinting, I don't think you can be particularly stealthy.
Do I still get a surprise attack if I use APs to buy an attack? So jump, run in as soon as I'm inside, or throw a dagger. Would that still get the benefit of surprise attack?
Sure.
Okay. And so I'll sprint, then minor action, I draw one of my throwing daggers, and I spend 3 AP, 2 AP for an extra action,
God.
and 1 AP for an extra dice. And 2 successes, so that's 1 extra.
Yeah, his defense is
And-
1.
Yeah. So weapons.
Does he have the glowing thing? Glowing beepy thing?
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah.
beep beep. Yeah, he's
Oh,
the
dear.
one with the mini nuke. Yeah.
And that was 2 extra dice for that attack, wasn't it?
Romero's going to be extra jerky. He's not careful.
Okay, my question is where's the Brahmin? Where's the
I-
beef?
I left it from where I started running. And
Okay,
I'll
so she's back over by the bus.
Unattached to anything.
Yeah, I'll spend a luck point to reroll 2 of them.
Oh,
That's
sweet.
nifty.
Look at
So
that.
That's so
Why did you-
piercing to.
Hang on, where did you hit him?
Oh, now you have
Oh,
to do the.
Yeah,
Did you not,
roll the
did
body
you not
location.
do the? Did you not choose the body like? Did you not? How did you
No.
do the throwing? Did you click on the weapon?
No, I just clicked on throwing
Yeah, you want to click if you're gonna to get the
location. Yeah.
location. You have to roll from the weapon by clicking on the weapon. But yeah, I can just roll it here. I can just go. Oh, okay, whatever. Right, you hit me in the torso.
So I got because it's the sneak attack. It has vicious, so that's the 2 extra damage. So it's 9 damage and piercing 2, so it ignores 2 armor.
Sorry, he's piercing what?
It's piercing, so it ignores 2 points of armor, and so it's 7 damage and ignores 2 armor.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, 9. I forgot the vicious.
Resistances aren't armor, are they? Do they ignore the does piercing ignore resistance?
Piercing goes through resistance, so whatever damage resistance they have is lowered by 2 for that attack, and
Okay.
then 9 damage after.
Okay, do 8 damage to him.
Right on. You go, Romero.
That's my turn.
I think
Oh,
it's
Greg?
about to get exciting, though.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just do one minor action to come over here to this zone here. And would that be I'm going to use my pipe weapon, and that's a close range. So I'm in the zone with that will give me only like 1 difficulty to hit, or is that an elevation difference to cause another zone?
So you
difference?
in that zone is the way up. Once you get where you are, if you can. I mean, it's not that clear, but there is clearly a gradient on this
Yeah.
section here.
Mhm.
Like right here, do you see it? Like right there, there's almost looks like a ramp up. So yeah, you're now on the same elevation that he is on, right?
Right. All right. Yeah. So I guess I'll just be over there and use that was a minor action just to go into that one zone, and I will use my pipe gun and put some hurt into him. So I'm just gonna just click on the pipe gun weapon.
Yep.
And that's a 9 in total. Don't mess me up.
Yeah, he's at medium. He's technically at medium range. Oh dear.
I will use another luck point just for that. And re-roll that one.
Well, at least it's not a complication.
Beg your pardon?
I said at least it's not a complication.
It's not a complication, no jam gun, and lost 1 bullet on that one. So, damn it. So, clear missed.
Dang it.
Alright, well, I'm done with my turns. I don't want to use another action point on re-rolling in anything. So, I'm good.
Okay. He lets out a cry of pain when you hit him with his
The dagger.
yeah.
Suddenly has a dagger sticking out of his chest. Rah!
That's
Stab
10
me in
caps,
the
by the
nipple.
way.
Well, TN of 11, that can't be right, is it?
Beg your pardon?
TN means target number, right?
Yes, the total target number from from your attributes and skills, unless you're referring to the mutants.
Once in close range of its target, it makes an agility plus explosive test, target number 11, to detonate the mini nuke. Anyone within close range of the super mutant suicide, including itself, suffers this effect. So yeah, I mean, it saw you run right past it, Ramiro, and you threw a knife at it. It heard a gunshot, but there's lots of gunshots at the moment. So it runs at you and goes ha 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 ha, and laughs, and attempts to detonate his explosive.
Oh dear. Is there a counter saving roll to half that damage or no?
How is it supposed to succeed? What is? I'm really confused by these rules.
It would cause like a blast kind of thing. So if
says
it didn't hit the
it
person,
makes an agility plus explosive test TN 11. Does that mean I need to get 10, 11?
if you
11
roll, you got to
success.
roll 11 or less to make your hit.
Oh, I've got one
Yeah.
11 then.
And does it hit everybody in the in that
Yeah.
area?
The
In that
problem
zone?
there is you can't make different rolls, right, on the NPC sheet. And usually explosive is perception. That's why you only have a TN 9 in the roll, but the rule says TN 11 because his agility plus explosive is 11.
Oh, because it's agility explosive, not perception, whatever.
Well, it's nice knowing you.
You're immune to radiation, so you might have somewhat of a.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
concerned
effect.
about that 20. I'm concerned about that 21 combat dice you're gonna have to roll now.
But
Well-
you know what? That might affect the two super mutants
It's
in
you're
the
there in
zone,
close range. They are in close range.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Danny?
Don't you lean away from this, Game Master. You committed to this course of action. You need to lean right into this. I want to see
this
someone get
is-
mini nuked. I just thought it was going to be me.
It's gonna be amazing. Romero's gonna like walk out. It's gonna be this big plume, and Romero walks up.
And you say
Well,
and
that
you said
kind of
it's
hurt a little.
And you said it's 21 damage, yeah?
21 dice.
You have 21 dice on page 371.
Oh my
on the
god,
physical
okay.
book.
So
but-
Hey,
I'm
hey.
just gonna roll. I'm just gonna
Don't pick on
roll
us now.
one set of dice to everyone on in close range. Oh Greg, you're okay because you're not in close range. You are the next one over.
Romero, you're about to have a day, sir.
I'm
gonna be-
about
You're gonna
the
get blasted
next
so hard
iguana
you're gonna have
bits you're
skin
going to
again.
sell.
So that's 20 damage.
And 9 effects.
Which
Well,
means
fa-
I heal 3 through the effects. Because I heal 1 HP for every 3 radiation damage.
Break-in, radioactive, and vicious.
Vicious, blast.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So whatever body armor you have
Is it the qualities I'm
completely
looking at?
ripped to shreds.
It's got saying that damage effects. It's got break-in, radioactive, and vicious.
That is the technical
And then-
term of the
So
industry
you-
called
You
instigant.
rolled it without vicious, so that's also 9 more damage. So you're at 29 damage.
Okay.
Then for breaking is for each effect, cover dice are being removed. So in close
it-
range, all cover is gone.
Yeah,
basically,
cover's gone.
It levels
Goes
the
on.
building. What else did it have? So the radiation, 9 radiation damage, but that heals me 3, so I still
Vicious.
take 26 damage.
And blast.
Blast just covers anyone in that zone area with the same damage result.
I didn't expect to lose Romero so soon. We'll have to take care of his Brahmin for him.
A single
just-
tear
can we just-
falls down the right head of the Brahmin.
Could we,
But not
for
the
the sake
left.
of game, have Romero roll a agility and athletic to try to dive over a cover to get half that amount
What
of
cover?
damage? I don't know anything.
It's all
Cover that
gone.
was just the cover that was there. That's no longer there.
Dust yourself off, man. You did.
Romero. Oh my goodness.
It's okay. Danny's about to lean in and probably get killed too, so that's fine. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Well,
Right, so,
you know,
So, okay, so everyone up here takes 29. So he's dead. He kills himself. You know, these two are dead as well.
James
Yeah.
killed Romero.
he's gonna come back as a super mutant.
Hey. James didn't do anything. All right. The Super Mutants killed the Romero, and Danny's pissed.
Yes.
Well, we don't know that yet.
There's this a massive explosion that rocks out of this building, as it just sort of like tumbles down, So this what are they? This small mushroom cloud appears in the like out of this building as it sort of like crumbles into like dust and dirt and God knows what else. You'll have to make a new character, Ramiro. I'm afraid. I think you are dead, right? Are you dead, or you just?
I'm super dead.
There is nothing left. Old Greg is
love
gonna
it.
spend his next turn like just Ramiro. Just walk up to find anything.
So moments later, when the dust clears a little bit, in front of Kat and Danny, you see slowly Romero's fancy head swivel to the ground and land right in front of Danny's feet.
Oh.
Danny?
Danny
Hang on,
turns
we're still in combat.
Danny turns to Kat, and in that voice he's been using, I want you to know, though you represent everything I stand against, I've always loved you. Ah! And he's gonna run towards, and he's gonna get into close range. Technically a surprise round because they didn't know that I was there. So I'm gonna take my minor action to
Until
go
it
in.
boomed.
And he's going to go for a headshot on this one right there with his first action. I'll spend one of the AP that we have to roll 3d20. So let's see how that goes. 7 plus 4. This is a tag skill. Dice don't fail me now. Skaboom. There it is. That is
snap.
5 successes, which gives us 4 AP. So we're back up to 4
Dang.
AP. I will spend 2 ammo to increase my damage on the gun. So let me go over to my character
Man, that
sheet.
tech skill and
Ramiro, do you want me to give you a new character sheet?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Let me pop out the character sheet. Let me go over to my weapons. All right, so we're rolling this. I will be rolling 2 extra dice. And that is... So that will be 7 plus 4 effects. I have the vicious quality because I'm currently sneak attacking right now. I am going to spend 1 luck to reroll 2 of those dice, which grants me no additional damage, but that is 11 damage to his head at this point.
And Danny wasn't built to do this. This is hysterical.
Okay.
Love it.
You can start at level 2. All right.
Cool.
The poor rest in peace sign. My goodness.
Oh, did you just see that? It's awesome.
But
I
it
was just
wasn't the
focusing on
radiation
the-
that killed him. It was
He
just
knew
the
one day
explosion.
he knew the one day the big one will still catch up to get him.
So the pistol has no like armor piercing or whatever it's called, right?
No, it's just 9 damage, and it has.
Okay,
It's
9
well, no, it's
minus
11 damage. 11 damage because it has
11,
visage. So 11 minus
11,
whatever is. armor
11
is.
minus 2 is 9.
9.
Okay, he takes 9 damage.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Is he still up?
I did. Yeah, he's still up.
Cool. I'm gonna spend 2 AP to take another major action. I'm gonna shoot him in the head again. And I'll spend the extra 2 bullets. And still,
Dang.
that is a 12 damage to his head.
Okay, describe how you kill him.
Just fucking brain matter everywhere. Just out. Oh, I was supposed to roll the attack. I'm sorry. I rolled damage automatically. My bad. I got two rambunctious. Let me actually roll the attack. My bad.
Oh. Oh.
Whoa! Hey,
Hang on.
Danny, calm
Hey,
down
he
here.
might- He might not be dead then. Hang on.
Yeah, we'll see. Plus 4, 3d20, and we got 3 successes. So that actually nets us 2 AP back, and he is dead.
Yeah, okay, he's dead again. Okay.
Yep.
So he came alive, he died,
cool.
he came alive, and...
Danny shoots him once, looks confused that the bullet didn't blow his brains out, and then puts another bullet into his head. And he screams at them. You western sons of bitches! The motherland shall rise again! He's ready to kill the other one.
Alright, cool.
All right.
Cat?
My turn. So, Cat, a little shocked and stunned between the huge explosion and then seeing Romero's hat.
Totally fine.
And then Danny taking off. She swaps out for her bat. And then is going to move out here and go after that one.
Might I recommend, and hear me out, you have a pit boy, which would allow you to choose what target. You make a targeted attack. I would recommend the head, and it does not increase the difficulty of you to hit because of your pit boy.
I plan to do that, so I'm glad that you reminded me.
Just throwing
of
it
that.
out there.
So I am using an extra, because that's already 2 minor actions to move, and then
No, that was just 1 minor action to move from zone to zone.
But I swapped my weapons.
Oh,
I went
that's
from
true.
the 10 mil to the bat.
Okay.
So I'm going to use an extra AP to cover that second minor action, and then I'm going to attack. So let's see if she can hit with her bat today.
Might I recommend use another AP to give yourself 3d20?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes!
Let's just make sure we still hit, right? Okay.
That is right, comrade. Give in to your rage.
Okay, so so I'm aiming for the head, but it doesn't raise the difficulty, right?
Correct, because you have.
I don't have to do anything
correct.
special for that.
Correct, because you have the hit point.
3 successes.
Oh, sweet. Where did I go?
Oh, that nets us back to AP. Fantastic.
Sweet. Okay, so let's get some damage in here. I am going to use, what is it? How you get 1 AP is what, 3 damage? Or 3 damage dice? How does that work? 1 AP per damage dice?
Forgotten.
I was gonna say, y'all are
for
just-
melee?
Yeah.
One AP per combat dice, so you could spend up to 3 to get 3 combat dice.
Oh, I already rolled 7.
I mean, you also have vicious because he didn't know you were there. And you're acting.
Well, I already
before-
have
Actually,
vicious.
she has baseball league, so
Oh,
she
The
gets
big
2
leagues,
extra
yeah.
damage dice because she is double vicious, basically.
Yeah, so 6.
You actually add 2 dice.
Vicious.
Oh no, it's already
Vicious
that's
is a
already in there.
bonus.
It's 5 plus 2 is what I have already on
The-
here.
No, from the sneak attack, you get 2 additional dice if your weapon already has vicious.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, just click add. The add, yeah. Just add.
Yeah, got it. All right. Rolling.
oof. Might I recommend
Oh.
spending a luck point to reroll 3 of those combat dice?
Is it 1 to reroll 3?
1 for 3. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. I thought it was like 1 per. So that's good to know.
No, only for the D20s.
Okay, so 1.
I didn't know that
2,
neither. I've been
3.
I've been playing the game wrong.
Look at us learning shit. I love it. It's
That's
awesome.
That is
8,
12
9, 10,
damage.
11, 12 to the head.
That was for Romero. She just smacks him upside the head with her baseball bat.
11 damage.
Runs
yeah?
in. Whack.
11
What's that?
damage. 11 damage to the head, yeah?
Did we say 11 or 12? Is it 12? 8 and 4?
So 8 plus 4 is 12, isn't it? Alright, 12.
Yeah.
Minus 2 is 10. So you do him 10 damage. You knock him good, but he's not down.
No. Still here, so.
Might I recommend spending 2 AP to take an additional major
I was
action?
gonna say, you guys want me to hit him again?
Yeah,
right.
go for it.
Okay. Let me do it again. Smack him on the backswing. Let's see if what we can do here.
Ooh.
Again for the head, of course.
Let's go!
Oh, is that another AP back?
That is one
difficult.
AP.
Yeah, damn. We can't get perception to save our lives, but man, we can hit. Is it still considered sneak?
I wouldn't recommend that. No.
Okay, so just normal damage, right?
Ah!
Still good enough.
Is he still standing? She just went whack,
9.
turned
10,
around
11,
and came
12,
back
13.
the other way.
Okay, describe how you kill him.
Again, she came up. This is for Romero. Smacks him right across the head, follows all the way through, turns around and does it again, and his neck goes and drops to the ground.
Yeah, no, if you don't mind, I'm still Greg has no idea what's gonna happen. I'm just slowly peeking my head over the blast, and I'm just like, Romero. Anything?
Nothing. No response.
Can I do like at least some perception or something just to
Sure.
find any remains?
Sure. It's going to be... the roof, the flooring is all caved in as well. So there's like now... It's just a massive hole in the building.
All right, so another perception and survival. Let's see what's up.
Oh,
Oh,
look, where was this when? Where was this like a few rolls back?
I don't know.
Right.
Well, would that be a difficulty of 1 or 2?
It's going to be a difficulty too because there's so much shit like in the rubble.
Where's my old homeless person's eyes? Oh my goodness, that loud noise.
So you got 2 successes, so you passed.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. Like I said, you can see the remains of Ramiro's boots deep down in the rubble.
I just let out a heavy sigh and just I'm not gonna bother looking at the other super mutants because it's all caved in over here. It'll be difficult for me to walk. I'll just slow strut back, just disbelief. Just like once again, the wasteland keeps taking people away from me.
Cat back on the ground. Yeah. So Danny, like, he's like almost foaming at the mouth, and you see his eyes roll up in his head, and he's like tumbles to the ground.
So I'm going to take a quick glance around to make sure there's no other dangers. I mean, I'm not seeing anybody else shooting or any other super mutants since I wasn't really looking when I first got around this corner. I mean, assuming I don't see anything.
You can't hear any more gunfire.
Okay. So she will go run back to go check on Danny. And make sure he's okay. Do I need to do a skill check for that, or I mean, assuming he's fine and
He's
probably fainted.
breathing. He's fine. Well, he's not fine. He's clearly blacked out.
Okay. So
Maybe he's got a bit of a nosebleed as well.
yeah. So looking around, she'll see old Greg. Greg, what happened? What was that?
It's so sorry for the background noise.
What about
Ramiro, he didn't make it. One of those damn super mutant had a little fat boy shell detonated right in front of him.
Oh my gosh.
Just found nothing but his boots. There's nothing left.
No, his hat. His hat's just over there,
Son
just-
of a bitch.
just behind that rubble. I was planning on going back to get it once we took these fellas out.
You okay? Is Danny hurt?
I don't know. He seems he's fainted. Probably
All right.
realized what he just killed and scared himself.
Tend to Danny and see what we could find on these two super moons, and I'll bring Ramiro's Brahmin here. I think he wants us to take good care of it. And I'll go
Yeah,
and I'll
definitely.
go collect the Brahmin back with us.
What's his name today?
Bessie. Lucy.
Bessie, one head
I don't know.
Bessie, one head Lucy.
There we go. Yeah.
All right,
Lou
okay.
Bessie. Don't forget and grab his hat too. So I will once I know that Danny is okay, then Kat will search these super mutants for anything useful.
Do they have any kind of... excuse me. They've
Well-
both got some boards as melee weapons, and they've got a pipe bolt action rifle.
So they have what? What melee weapons? Boards?
Boards. Yep, just
Okay.
boards. Just wooden planks.
But the pipe bolt action rifle will be good. We'll just take some of that.
Yeah, we'll take those.
Okay, who's carrying
And
it?
James, they have a wealth of 1, so that means if you roll 1 d20, that's how much caps we get from each of them. So if you want, just roll 2 d20s, and that's how many caps we got.
11.
So, and 11 caps. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, I'll give one of the pipe bullets. Was there any bullets? Any ammo?
Yeah, what bullets does it use?
Is that a 45, the bolt action?
308.
308, okay.
Oh, right, where's the ammo? Where's the ammo tables?
If you don't mind, I'll take one of the pipe bolt action pipe. If you don't mind.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to the inventory of mine.
308.
I'm not very good with one of these.
Roll me 6 of the action dice, please.
Like damage dice?
No, the action dice. The damage. What are you?
What's a damage dice?
Oh, the combat dice, the 6-sided.
Oh.
Have you got that? Have you got it as a macro? Because there is a macro for it. If you click on the macro button.
Oh, no.
All right. That's 3. So 3, 6, 12, 15 bullets between them.
16 bullets.
15.
Oh, 15. 308. Okay, so why don't you take all of that for right now?
Yeah,
This and
I'll pocket those shells in there.
yeah, I'm not so good with a bolt action, so that's a small gun. Yeah, I can use it. So I'll take the other one, but I'd rather do melee anyway.
All
We'll
right. Well,
see if
might as well just
Danny wants it when he wakes up.
we'll ask Dan when he wakes up.
No,
In
that's
the
good.
meantime, let's just put him on. Let's put on Betsy Susie here. Betsy Lucy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
Susie
just-
works too.
We'll just take him. We'll just head on down to Good Neighbor. There's nothing much. We just got to keep going, cats.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do that. So she'll help Greg put Danny up on the Brahmin, and we will head for Good Neighbor.
Okay, it's just right there, literally.
Oh, that's the entrance. Oh, wow, cool. All right. Do we need to? Should we move over there?
No, I'm just moving. I'm gonna put Ramiro on there.
But when do we meet the new Romero?
But you won't, because Ramiro's dead.
No, there's going to be a new one with a new name.
So yes, that's the wall that was facing out into the place that you was in. Like that's the other side of the wall. God, I need to stretch. Oh, so yeah, what's your plan? So yeah, so you sort of walk up to Good Neighbor and like there's some Good Neighbor guards probably on the door. They're probably not as well equipped as Diamond City ones are, and there's probably a couple of dead guards around the entranceway of the on the way through, taking some shots from lucky pots from the 4 super mutants that were out there at one point. They were obviously planning on rushing the door and detonating the super nuke down there, or the mini nuke down here. So probably try and clear the way so they can get through easier.
Mm.
Is there any guards coming out to collect the bodies or scout out for?
They're like oh well, they see you three approach obviously with Danny on the back of the ramen, and they're like, oh, thanks for their help. What the hell was that? There was a giant explosion. It looks like a mini nuke went off. Is that correct?
It was one of those super mutants. It looks like it was about to raid on before one of our friends tried to stop it, and unfortunately, he didn't make it in that result. But the nuke is detonated, and the threat is not there anymore, I'm afraid.
They go, oh, what was your friend's name?
Yeah. Our Ghoul companion, Ramiro. He was a salesman by trade, and this was his cow, Bessie, Lucy Bessie. I try to flip-flop with pointing the fingers on the heads and everything.
Cow looks
By the
pissed
way,
off that
I'm
you
old
called the wrong
Greg.
head. You called the wrong
This
head.
is,
The wrong.
This is cats, and on the back of Bessie is Danny. He's stunned out for the moment from the battle.
Fair enough. Well, we maybe if we see you in the third row later, you can buy you a drink in memory of your friend.
Speaking of which, we are actually heading off towards the third rail. Can you just give us a quick description where to go?
Yeah, just follow this road all the way down, and you'll come to it.
Fantastic. Mind if we bring our Brahmin in? If that's not too much of a trouble?
Certainly.
All right. Well, I'll just try to whatever. If the Brahmin has like a leash or a cord or something, I'll just try to. Come on now, girl. Nothing to see here. Just blood and murder. Blood and murder. And go through the gates of Good Neighbor.
Cat's gonna follow along, walking beside Greg.
And then just find whatever wherever indication of third rail is.
Okay.
So heading for third rail, and let's see, who was it? They said to talk to Charlie, the barman.
So I'll keep.
Question
I'll
is-
keep it. I'm putting Romero's token down because then Calendral can actually see what's going on
Mhm.
rather than like being completely
Right.
blind to what's going on. How close are you to being done, by the way?
Beg your
Just
pardon?
adding the gear.
Oh,
Have you got an image?
Yeah, I posted it in the
Oh,
Discord.
okay.
Kat, do you want to
Nice.
hang out here with Danny until he wakes up, or do you want me to go? Or do you want to go in and I'll watch over Danny and Betsy Lucy?
Hmm. Yeah, I guess we can't just leave him here.
No, someone's gonna draw a penis on his face. It's gonna be
If he's
awful.
lucky, that's all that happened. We just yeah, go on in. I'll watch the Brahmin and Danny for now.
All right, I'll jump in through the doors and enter third rail. What do I see?
Okay, first and foremost, when you go through, there's like a cage door, and there's like a ghoul a ghoul bouncer standing at the cage. And he looks you up and down and goes, "You're not here to cause any trouble, are you?"
Not at all, sir. We just came back from a bit of a scuffle with some super mutant, and I'm just gonna try to forget that troubles and just have a drink, if you don't mind.
He nods. We're going through, but if you cause any trouble, I will kick your ass.
Understand? Thank you kindly. I also have two friends dressed in blues from Vault Shoots. They'll be coming behind as well. If you don't mind, they're my friends as well.
Okay. So just give me a second. I'm just.
And I will go down the stairs to the third rail.
Okay.
And we're looking for Charlie, the bartender, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just doing token at the moment as well. Give me a second.
And thank goodness the power wash is off outside.
What power wash?
Oh, you guys did not hear the blaring power washing that's happening outside my house?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Oh, thank goodness. I was like getting so concerned. I had like my hands on the mute button on the mic and just trying to talk in and out so you guys did not hear that.
No, I couldn't hear it at all.
Thank goodness. Going down the third rail, I'm gonna have some good time. Do, 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 do. Come on down to the third rail and share some bread and wine.
Are you done singing South Park?
Never.
So I'm just updating everything. Okay. Just bear with me. I'll probably delete this all, or I'll probably forget to delete it all, because I'll have to find it in my everything. Right, convert to web shit, and then. Then I've got to go over to here. Oh, I'm actually going to want to do that over here. One moment. Sorry everyone. I'm just like sorting this all out.
So Kat is scrolling through her Pip-Boy, trying to figure out what may be going on with Danny, why he's acting the way he's acting, if there's something in the history that she might be able to figure out.
But you guys were buddies inside the vault as well, so.
Well, not exactly. The reason they're together was because she's the only, he was, she was security when they were attacked, and she saved him, and they got out of the vault when the vault had been attacked. So that's, I mean, like, they knew each other, but they weren't friends. And
you just found him cowering, and you're just like, okay, we got to open up the vault. We got to get out.
Come with me if you want to live.
Aw.
Yeah.
maybe the sleeper agent's timer went off way too sudden, and everyone is just sparked up and started attacking everyone.
Right. Yeah. So
that'd be a good one.
So we've just been running, as it were, since then. So there's that, we have each other, and that's about it. But that's all we have left of our whole lives. There's nothing else, because we lost all of our family, we lost our home, we lost everything.
Oh man, I don't want to be friends with ammo-less Pete looking like that. Oh, scary. There's a new picture that deceased Romero has picked, and he looks like he's mad at everyone. I'm just more a little bit disgruntled, but he's mad.
Yeah, he does look kind of grim, doesn't he?
Amulus Pete, what's up, buddy? You look troubled.
Amulus Pete. That's just fun.
Rolls off a little hard.
Amulus. So what we should we call it? AP.
Oh yeah, AP.
AP.
Hi again, AP. Shit. Of course, of everyone in the Wasteland, you're still alive.
We could call him like Paw.
There we go. Updated. I'll move. I'll move names around later, but yeah. Right, Fix. Sorry about that. Sorry, I just wanted to get everyone on the same page. Right, so so you head down in. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this. Go over to here. Grab old Greg, and then maybe ammo-less Pete. We can add him to the page, right? Yep. Okay. Let's let me configure. Yep. Lighting. No changes, and I can just pull Sorry, Kat, you're going to be stuck up top.
Yep, I'm sitting out here.
It's nice. They have a few park benches.
Yeah, she's just like I said. She's hanging out, watching.
So, yes.
Mm.
So there's music playing on the on a jukebox, I guess. There's a Mr. Handy that seems to be like serving drinks behind the bar, and there's a few people just milling around in this. I guess it's a subway tunnel, right?
Yeah, it is. It used to be a subway tunnel until they retrofit it as a little dive bar. I guess I'm just gonna make my move and find the one who's serving drinks on the over the counter.
There's only one.
And is it another Mr. Handy?
It is a Mr. Handy, yes.
I'll just politely go up to nod like afternoon.
All right there, mate. What can I get you?
Maybe a question first. You wouldn't have to be Charlie now here, would you?
Yeah, I am. I'm Whitechapel Charlie.
Whitechapel Charlie. I don't have any caps on hand, but I got a few 308 rounds if that's a fair trade for a beer. But I'm also looking for this gent here, and I whip out the picture of Kevin. Has he been around here lately?
He looks at it. He looks at your picture. He says, yeah, he came by last night."
Oh, last night, probably after we'd done talking to him. Any chance you did he talk to you or anything?
Yeah, he said, well, yeah, he looks quite upset. He said, yeah, one of his friends was murdered or something by some triggermen.
Killed, probably. We're not quite sure. He apparently the triggerman didn't kill him outright, but we just found out that this gentleman is not really his name is not fully Kevin at all. We just want to know where he is. Do you know he has a place shack up here in Good Neighbor?
No, he doesn't live in Good Neighbor.
Does he visit anyone else here in Good Neighbor then?
He occasionally speaks to the triggerman, yes.
That's one thing I didn't want to talk to them quite yet. Any chance you know where they've been holding up?
Yeah, the warehouse 3. Oh, what's this? Sorry. Oh, okay.
What's this?
Yes, of course you can. Just, Calendral, just say it rather than DMing me it. It's a lot easier.
Just for the gear, I wanted to drop a machete and pistol for some modified knuckles and normal boxing gloves.
Certainly.
Cool.
He says, yeah, he was talking about going back to his factory by the early hours of this morning, so I think you've already missed him.
But he went off to Warehouse 3 recently, you said?
No, he's gone to the factory, where they make the canned goods, right?
Right. You think you know where that is too?
No idea. He doesn't say.
Like I said, I don't have much for caps, but probably a nice bullet would be suffice enough for the owners of the establishment.
You'll have to give me more than that. Bullets, we do take bullets. We prefer caps, obviously, but you know, it's gonna be probably about 10 bullets for a drink.
10 bullets for that one answer? Come on now. I just asked a question. I didn't ask for a beer yet.
Oh, well, I mean, well then, I'm not going to say anything more until you buy a drink. All right, matey, that's good. You know, paying customer and all that.
I'll come back when I actually have new caps, but I'll check out that warehouse 3. But thank you for filling me in on some spots. I'll just walk away, back up, and trying to go upstairs. Up back
As
to
you
Cat.
turn round to leave, sitting in the corner is a face from your past. Why don't you both tell us a bit about it?
Oh, yeah, no,
Enjoy it on
yeah,
the
what-
spot shit. Get big improvising.
So, old Greg's old friend Pete, or sometimes known as Ammoless Pete, because he absolutely despises caps and ranged weapons. So he only pays in bullets for everything, for every drink that he buys. He's known to be an alcoholic, and he's sitting, lounging in a chair next to the jukebox with a bottle of alcohol in his hand, staring at the ceiling, and his head is tilting slightly forth and back. He seems to be quite on his way to be merry already.
Oh, I just look over and just like,
It's about 10 a.m., by the way.
Pete, Pete, is that you stinky bastard?
Greg, right?
Yeah, old
Hey,
Greg.
how's it going, Greg? I
Holy shit, ammoless Pete. I didn't even think you would be
bartender, drink for my friend here. And he grabs something from his pocket and throws a couple of bullets towards the bar.
Oh shit. Careful. Hopefully they didn't fucking set off.
Yeah, they land over and you see, you see Charlie's his eyes. If he could, they basically roll in their socket as he has to go and pick up the bullets that are all over the fucking wherever all over the bar. Picks them up. Okay, Mr. Greg, what drink would you like there, matey?
Just beer will do. Just as long as it's cold, that'll be nice.
Okay, sure. Slightly below room temperature then, yes? Is that good?
Yeah, whatever works.
'Cause
But,
I don't know where you're gonna get really cold stuff in the Wasteland. And he puts a bottle of beer in front of you.
Thank you kindly again,
Called
Charlie.
Gudweiser or something.
I'll just start taking a sip and like, Pete, what you doing here in this little hole here?
Well, I found this note here. They were advertising some job that was supposed to pay 50 caps, but when I got here, they were all like, "Oh, we're not talking to you right now. We're being attacked by some muties," and so I went drinking.
Ain't
What
that a
about
fact?
That was 3 days
Pete.
ago.
Mm.
Maybe a week.
Well, Pete, we got a bit of a situation here. Me and my friends, they're outside. I think we're going to go solving something deep, something mysterious. The outcome of it, we might get good caps out of this. More ammo for you, for your pockets. More guns, maybe. How do you feel that we're gonna speak toe to toe with the Triggermen soon over at Warehouse 3?
As you mentioned, caps, his gaze clears a little bit. I know. I wouldn't mind getting another payday. I'm kind of running low on cash and alcohol, so
All right. Well,
wouldn't be too bad.
Well, fast forward. I'll tell him all the details since last night. Shows the picture of Kevin, and tell him that we might, we're gonna see the Triggermen and see, where the warehouse that Kevin has been operating at. What do you say, Pete? You wanna jump on board on this bandwagon?
I have.
Can you even
can't
walk? It's
afford
10
more.
o'clock. I could smell the vapors off of you.
If you lead the way, maybe.
Just follow me, Pete, and it's gonna be like old times.
Yeah, he's getting up and he's not walking quite straight, but he'll follow you and don't fall behind too far.
All right, I'll just be back upstairs and run up to Cats and Danny and see how they're doing outside.
Yeah, you see a grey haired fellow. Describe him for me, please, Pete. What does Pete look like?
Pete is around 6'3". He has short, very gray hair from aging quite a bit over the last years, and a nasty scar over the side of his face that barely missed his eye, and a bit of a stubble from drinking here for a couple of days and just hanging around in the bar instead of
Maybe a week.
summer
You're
proper.
not sure. You've definitely lost track of time.
About 100 bullets worth of drinks.
Lordy. Cat, got some, well, first of all, this is my old friend, Amulis, Pete. It's going to tag along with us just to be our +1.
Yeah, he sort of staggers out of he probably almost trips down the stairs and is just sort of standing there, kind of glassy-eyed,
He may be
swaying in the wind.
The only things that really stand out is like he has some leather armor on his left side and a pair of boxing gloves around his neck, and the rest is just Wastelander clothing. But also you see the shine of a medal somewhere in between the clothing. That might be.
He may be not much, Cat, but believe me, once he gets into that little fighting pit, he's his knuckles is gonna be coated red with everyone else's blood.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Pete. I'm Cat. This is Danny.
His breath could probably knock out a
Why don't you
Brahmin.
don't get too close to Bessie Lucy here.
Oliver Brahmin can take it, but I see your friend couldn't.
He's a bit tuckered out. We ran into some super mutants outside.
I heard the fighting. They didn't want to pay me though, so I stayed drinking.
Couldn't imagine why.
But nice to meet you, Cat. It's that's a weird accent you got there. You're not from around here, are you?
Nah, up north. Tell me,
Canada?
not quite that far. Greg, what'd you find out? Anything?
Kevin was here after we last talked to him. He made his way out here to Good Neighbor last night. Spoke with a couple of Triggerman gangs back at apparently Warehouse 3, and then he went off to the factory as we speak to make more of the product. And I say we mosey on over to the Triggermans, see if they can give us some rightful information or any clues of his whereabouts. And I think we can make our way over there.
Okay. Now, if I recall correctly, Kevin told us because they wasn't making it, right? There was someone else was making it.
Someone else, but apparently Kevin just seems to be the one making the factory. Charlie said he has a factory that he's been going off to.
I wonder if there's someone else here that might know anything more. You think just the Triggermen?
I'm afraid we might either have to go inside and find any notes, be confronting to the Triggermans, or stealthily go in there, see if there's any sources we could find that will lead us to Kevin in the factory.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I don't think we can do much if Danny here is not awake anytime soon. It would be more of a burden than just more of an assistant. I don't know about you, James. Do you want to leave it off here till next time, or?
Yeah, that's what I was going to call. Yeah, I was going to call it right there before we get into any more trouble.
I just thought it would be just helpful for Pete to come in, make an introduction, and then leave it off with that new trail.
Yeah, it works for me. Yeah.
That's a lot of talking. I'm gonna go and get another bottle. And he runs in real quick and comes out with another bottle.
No, come back here. We'll get a drinking once we solve this. Lots of drinks. It'll be like old times. Remember you put so many different eyeballs in one mole rat of mine?
Fucking eyeballs. 8 balls.
8 balls. So many 8 balls. We made a weird spider exhibit of those mole rats.
Right, so yeah, we're gonna wrap up there for this week. We're a little bit earlier. We're only 40 minutes earlier, so it's not too bad. And then we'll pick up next week. And also, we pretty much did what I prepped, so that's not too bad. The rest of it would be off the cuff, and it would be
Yeah, make up as we go.
So, let's do some shout outs. Darewolf, don't forget to check Darewolf out. He's not here to say it, but he streams on twitch.tv/DarewolfGaming88, and you can follow him on Twitter at DarewolfGaming88. Go follow him there. Go follow him on Twitch. Go watch some of his games. He plays much later than I do. I don't know what I don't know what he plays, but I'm sure he can tell you in chat what sort of games he's got and what time they are, and he can type that out. And then also follow him on Twitter, because that probably is the best place to see when he's going live or something. Kat,
Hi,
Mara,
Mayana. Discord,
too much of a
Twitter,
mouthful.
Twitch. It's like the same thing. Yeah, don't try to spell it. It's really a pain. But it's right there, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Great fun. Can't wait till next week. Yay.
Zombie Al.
Just freelancing, just enjoying the good time here, and hopefully old Greg is not the next person to get killed.
Look, I didn't deliberately set out to kill Ramiro, all right? That wasn't my goal. He just, he could have meted it. I wouldn't have, fucking cared if he meted it. I was hoping you'd slightly meta it, but you didn't. Because I was like, going, no, don't go in there, don't go in there. In my head, I was going, no, that's the worst choice you could make. But that's what he decided to do. That's what he decided to do. Good on you for not metaing it.
Yeah, he had 2 turns to see it. He failed on both rolls to see what was going on, so he followed his plan and reaped the fruit.
Right, what about you, M&S Pete? Can we find you anywhere?
Just on your Discord and their Wolf's Discord, and that's about it. I'm pretty private outside of that.
All right, as for me, don't forget to check out social media. We've got some. Can I spell social? Check out the social. If you haven't joined Discord, join Discord. We're always looking for players. The next game in 5 weeks will be the new Marvel game. So if anyone's interested in trying that out, that will be a 5-week campaign, I think. So yeah, once I get this sheet sorted out, people can sign up. I'll be sorting out in the next few weeks. I think the game after, hopefully, will be Darewolf with his Star Trek game for about 8 weeks or however long it is.
Ooh.
And then which is the same system as Fallout. And then after that, we're going to be doing the One Ring with Neil, who was in the 40k game before this. And then and that will take us pretty much up to December, and then after December, I think in January we're going to be starting going back to a game that we did last year in October of Liminal, where we did 6 really good games of Liminal run by excellent GM Sue, and then with the same players and everything. So yeah, watch your space, and I might start figuring out doing streams during the week as well, like try and get some more games set up. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging out, and we will see you next time.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.